Today we are back with another A+ entry model backtesting session. Here is the entry criteria that you see on the screen right now. So for the directional bias, we always use the 4-hour time frame. And on the 4-hour time frame, step 1 is we mark out the previous 4-hour candles high and low. Step 2, we mark out the closest bearish and bullish P rays. Don't worry, we're going to explain this as we go along through this session. And then we also do trade continuations if the 1-minute order flow is correct, meaning we're going against the 4-hour bias. So remember that also. Now, a bonus within our direction is if we find SMT, okay, we trade ES and NQ, we're actively looking for inverse correlation. Now, also a bonus is if we are above or beneath the 8:30 and midnight opening prices. Now, time of days that we place entries are in macros. We trade 4 macros. We'll also explain that as we go along. We target a 1 to 2 and then the closest draw on liquidity. We've taken partials when we're using the 4-hour bias. Now, 1 to 1.5 when we're doing the 1-minute order flow. No partials in that system. So targets will be a swing high, equal highs, fair value gaps, volume imbalances, and AMD. We just go for the closest draw after a 1 to 2 or a 1 to 1.5. Now, 2 losses, we are done for the day, and 1 win, we are also done for the day, and 2 small wins, we can also be done for the day. So here, we got the wheels and names. Now, this is to make sure that it's extremely fair. I never cut any of my videos, so you can make sure that it is actually how I perform in historical data. So I'm not just pre-planning this. So we've got 5 years to choose from. We've shuffled. Let's spin. This is going to take us back to the year we're going to go ahead and backtest. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be 2021. Cool. So now we're going to do the same process. We're going to decide, well, which month of the year with the same rules here. I've missed a space. Okay, let's delete this one. Boom. So shuffle. Now, obviously, there's 12 months in a year. Let's press play. So we're going to 2021. And what is the month? So July. Okay, 2021 July. So the website we're doing this is called FX Replay. It's fantastic for 1-minute data collection. I use it all the time. You can see I use multiple hours here. If I leave a link down below, it is going to be, I think, 15% off if you do use that code. Okay, so name a session. YouTube backtest the assets, of course, NQ. And then we also want ES. The initial date. So we're going to go to 2021, and we'll just start from the beginning. That's fair. End date, 2021, and we'll do to the end of June. We shouldn't go throughout all that. So let's create a session. We're now going to go down to, and you come here, you press play. And let's go. Let's see. Can we have a net positive P&L? The last few, we've been absolutely smashing it. But sometimes I've got like a 45% accuracy. So I do want that to show as well. So we're going to see, well, where are we today? Let's go to the next day. This will make it fair. So next day open. And let's let it refresh. Reset the chart. Don't know why it skips so far ahead. So we've already missed a second. So we're going to go up here. I have not looked at the price action, but I did check. We had red folder news. So that's one of the macros that we can trade, right? As you guys know, there's 4 on this channel that we focus on. One is the pre-market open macro. It's only valid when we have red folder 8:30 news. So you can check this Forex Factory or the economical calendar on FX Street as well. So on the right, we got S&P. On the left, we got NQ. First thing that we want to do is go to the 4-hour. Okay, so whereabouts are we on the chart? It looks like we're at all-time highs. So when you are at all-time highs, do bear in mind, if you are going to trade my normal reversal, there's going to be a lot of continuation trades because of the bullish momentum. So we're still going to mark out the 4-hour high. That's always step one. Mark out the 4-hour candle high. Mark out the previous 4-hour candle low. This is the first step. Are we bullish or bearish? What do we notice? Well, we've swept the 4-hour high, so we prefer to sell. It's now expensive on the day, and expensive in general, right? We're at all-time highs. The next thing is you want to mark out the closest bearish and bullish PD rays. We have no bearish PD rays, right? We're at all-time highs. I mean, technically, this candle still hasn't closed, so we do have this bearish inversion here. In terms of bullishness, when this candle closed, we will have a bullish gap here. So for now, where's the closest bullish? It's all the way down here. I think that's a gap. Let's actually zoom in to double check. Yeah. So this is a gap. It has never been filled. Even though it's small, we still got to mark this out, right? We trade on the 1-minute time frame. We need to be extremely competent in our levels because it's going to affect how it reacts on the 1 minute. So we're bearish in terms of reversal. This macro is valid. So from 8:45, we can look for opportunities to the downsides. Now, another thing on the 1 minute, I'm not going to mark out all the 8:30s and the opening prices of midnight, but we'll start off doing it here because I normally mark it out, but for speeds, we're just going to fly through this. So 8:30 opened here, so we are definitely expensive. Where is midnight? Midnight is all the way back here. So we've marked the open. We do want to see it get respected, which it has done. If it gets respected, it means that the market is performing correct today. This is very nice, both as support and resistance. So we know we're expensive on the day. Now, zooming out, we are very, very far away from the midnight. Sometimes when that happens, you are in a continuation model, meaning we should be bullish. But in terms of everything, we've got A+ territory to sell. We actually have a very strong draw on liquidity to the downside. We've got this data low here. So let's change this to yellow. Data low. Boom. So I'm actively looking for a sell. Now, to actually sell, we need to have a displacement through a short-term low or an inversion fair value gap. Now, for now, I'm actually more interested in buying because we keep respecting bullish gaps. So I'm going to wait for a volume imbalance. That's what I'm checking for. I don't see anything just yet until now. So we've got a volume imbalance. It is rejecting the high, but I'm going to try it anyway. The 10 points would be here. So let's place this as a position. Target a 1.5. So limits, we want market execution, stop loss, position size. Where's the stop loss? Okay, here. So in ticks, 40 ticks, target 60. I'm happy with that. Okay. This consolidation's a little bit concerning. We do actually have SMT with ES. So do I want to hold this position? That is the $1 million question here. We do have SMT fighting the narrative. I'm going to hold anyway. And that was the right decision. So I decided to hold because order flow actively is correct, right? We're respecting this gap to the downsides. We swept a lot of sell sides. We're actively respecting bullish gaps as we go along as well. So it makes sense to target higher. Now let's go to the next day because we've actually completed the trades. As soon as we take one win, we're done for the day. Okay. So why is it not going to the session though? Let's just make sure we got the settings correct here. So next day open 8:30. So if it's next day open, why is it not taking me back to 8:30? Or maybe it is correct today. Okay. Let's go again. So in terms of risk, we're risking 800. So we've got one trade so far, and it ended up being a win. Today's the 5th of July. There's no trades here. So let's go to the first AM macro. Now, 9:30 is the New York Stock Exchange open. First AM is 9:45. This is your main session. Now, before we even analyze or annotate anything here, so I'm going to wait for this consolidation, either the high or the low, to break before engaging with any price. So let's press play. Okay, it's broke to the downsides, but are we rejecting anything else? Yeah, so I'm going to move that down again. I want a clean break past structure. Okay. And that's exactly why. So if we were looking to sell, we would have got caught up in some consolidation now. I don't think there's going to be much for us here today. Okay, so both the AM sessions, 9:45, 10:15, 10:45, 11:15, they are choppy. So I imagine the PM session will actually have some volume. Okay, so the PM session, why is it not going to the correct day though? Customize settings. PM session. It's correct. Okay. Ah, okay. So this day it closed at 8. It's my bad. So let's go to the next day. I was thinking it's moving strange today. This looks better. We're in the pre-market open. There's no red folding news, so you do not engage. The volume here, New York Stock Exchange open, looks nice. Okay. So let's delete everything off the chart. Go to the 4 hours, build some context here. We're at all-time highs. And that's another reason why I took a buy on the previous day. We're at all-time highs. It's very strong, bullish pressure at these levels. So we have the high. It's been swept. The low has not. Okay, it's also sat inside a bullish fair value gap. Okay, there's no bearish P to raise. I do see AMD. So where we accumulate, we then manipulate the opposite direction. So if we are bullish, we want price to manipulate down and then distribute back higher. If we were bearish, which we are, we'd want it to break higher and then lower. So trapping the new buyers and taking out previous sellers. Okay, that way both people have been liquidated. So I don't see that happening. We are above 830. Like I mentioned, we're not going to add them on. Actually, I will add 830 because we're close. Here we go. 8:30 is here. Midnight is all the way, light years away. We know it's down there. So order flow, that's the next thing I'm trying to analyze, and SMT. So in terms of SMT, this looks crazy, yes. So we've definitely got bullish SMT. ES has took all these lows, NQ has not. What about this high though? This high is here. Okay, it did make a lower high, so it's not bearish SMT. I'm seeing nothing just, yeah. Nothing that's making me want to take any position. Maybe slightly bullish if this can come back here. So we have 5 points. It's a bit close. I'm going to try this. 10 points. If it comes back before... yeah, I'm going to try it. So the target here, volume imbalance. No. Let's just zoom in to make sure. Okay, perhaps I'm going to target the CE of this wick. It's also a valid target. If it comes back, we'll add the order. Okay. So we are in. So, or are we in? Yeah, we are in. So let's just replay one candle. I did mention if it comes back, we will add the order because we're not trying to waste too much time. I've set myself an hour here and then I've got places to be. I've got to make sure I provide you guys value. So place order, we are going to do not a market here. We want to do limit. So where's the limit price? I'll break down why in a sec. So copy price, limits, buy, risk, entry price. There we go. Stop loss, 40, TP, around 80 this one. So auto break even today. There's no red folder news. Okay, TP. We're actually going to move it a little bit lower. We do have a swing high before the CE. See how that develops. So it would be entered in. And then a break even. So we went 1 to what I think it was a 0.9. Yeah, so I make my position risk-free at 0.9 every single time just because it frustrates me taking a loss so close to break even. It's not really a data-backed method. Let's see if it actually would have won still. Looks like we do. Okay, so that's another really good position. But we see that in terms of order flow, the reason I chose this volume and balance here is because we had a tap off this last down closed candle. It's an order block. We also got a BPR here. So having a volume imbalance does indicate momentum. I was going to take this one, but for some reason, I just didn't like it, right? That's going to come with time for you guys as well. So now we need to reassess. The 4-hour time frame, we took 2 positions. One's a win, one's a loss. A bit unfortunate that loss, but we move on. 4-hour low is here. Okay, we swept the high, really nice here. It's definitely potential for a very nice sell. Order flow looks bullish still. We need a displacement through something. So this macro is not going to provide what we want. There's your displacement, unfortunately, but it closed inside, or it happened, sorry, outside your window. Remember, you trade only inside a macro for high probability trades, which is 9:45, 10:15. Let's go to the next macro here. So there's our sells. So the next macro, 10:44, which means we've got 1 minute to 10:45. What's price currently doing? We've swept the high, but we are delivering and we have rebalanced the previous high here. So let's drop back down to the 1 minute. How's the order flow looking? Well, I'm always thinking this. It has reacted off this low or swept the low, shall we say. So I'm not going to engage here because I'm just a little unsure on the price action. So when I'm unsure, I'm not going to engage. No, I don't like anything here today. You can ask the reason. The reason we've got a double top here and a double bottom. Tends to be consolidation, and I actually called that perfectly. Well, I didn't mention it to you guys, but that's what I was thinking inside my head. Okay, really nice break to the downsides. We see that we are going to actively look for a position inside the 13:45 macro till 14:15. So 13:44. Let's have a little refresher here. So we've swept the low. Also took out liquidity inside a gap. Got a lot of conviction on going higher here. Yeah, I like the idea of pushing higher. If price can come back to an area that will allow me to enter, I will do so. And I'm probably going to take this. So we've hit the 830. Stop loss is going to be 10 points. I like it. Copy price, place order, buy limits. There we go. Stop loss at 40, TP 80, or a break even. Now, because we're going in line with the 4-hour here, we secure a partial. This take profit's wrong, right? I know it risks 40 to go 40, so yeah, needs to be a 40. But we go risk free at 0.9, but we secure half the position at a 1-to-1. The target 1-to-2, closest draw is here. Let's go. Boom. So that was pretty choppy. In terms of the stop loss placement, well, entry reasoning, we took a breakaway gap. I put my stop not below the actual gap, but below the second here. That's more than enough room to price to actually come back down. You can see we do tap in that second gap. If I did pick 5, we would have been stopped. So I'm happy with that position. Oh, actually, we would have secured a 1-to-1. But so now we secured 50% of the position. We are definitely risk-free towards this high. You're going to want to see speeds really pushing us higher here. And that's a really, really nice trade. Really nice trades. Let's go to the next day. So the PM session, that's fantastic. Strange. You guys can see I'm not pre-planning this. I go back to a random point in time. So there's nothing for us here. 9:30. A little bit too fast. So let's go to figure out what's the bias here. So at all-time highs, I do love buying at all-time highs. I know people are a little bit scared to do so, but there's a lot of strength. You got to remember, it's actively making highs. So we've got a low, got the high, so we can clearly sell all the way back down to around 14,773. Then we'll encounter buy pressure. There's going to be buy pressure at these levels anyway. So bullishness. This is the closest bullish speed array. We don't even have a bearish speed array. It doesn't exist. So on the 1 minute now. Sorry, ES. We haven't even looked at ES. Oh, we've had some S&T. So in terms of the 1 minute, we have midnight or 8:30, sorry. Here. Let's just label this today. I actually want to know where it is. Not every day I'm going to label it. The 8:30 is above us, so we are cheap. But midnight is beneath us, so kind of balances each other out. Yeah, so midnight's here. And it's being reacted beautifully. Honestly, just go and backtest. You don't even have to take anything else of what I do. We'll go and backtest these midnight and 8:30 opening prices. Just see how price reacts from them. Support and resistance throughout the day is still fascinating. I know I say this stuff every video, but I generally love trading. So currently, I would say the price has had an accumulation. It manipulated and distributed with strength. We are bearish. We are bearish. And I'm not looking to engage. You're going to miss a lot of trades following how I like to trade, but you can see I have pretty good accuracy, and even in live market conditions. So we've got a double top, double bottom. I'm going to wait for this to break. We are bearish though. So this is a sell. And what do we see again? So there's a reason I mark the levels like I do, because I anticipate this price action. I'm sick and tired of it on NQ. So it can do all this without me. I'm more than happy for that. 4-hour candles closed. Let's move the high. So the high is now here, intact. The low is here, not intact. We've been swept. Also inside a bullish fair value gap. I imagine we're going to push a little lower to that CE. We're very close to it now anyway. S&T, does it exist? Where's my London? Where's my sessions here? Why's the sessions not loaded? Okay, let's look for London. So we've got bullish S&T. ES has not took this low. NQ has. Okay. And now let's see how we react to these areas. Very aggressive. When you just tap the beginning of a gap like this, it does show signs of bearish, strong bearish order flow. And I might just take a sell. We've opened up lower here. It's a little bit risky. A little bit risky, but we're gonna try it. If it comes back, we'll place it. Okay, so we're taking a loss here. Let's go and place that loss. I actually have noticed a thing recently. So this is actually pretty good lesson here. So in terms of when price taps perfectly like this is left equal highs, more often than not, when you get a volume imbalance after, it has been losing recently. So I'm gonna have actually write this down right now. So let's place this order. So we take the loss. We want a sell limit here. So copy price. Why is it? Oh, entry. There we go. Stop loss 40, take profit 60, auto break even 0.9. We still need to do that just in case it all happened in one candle. No, it was a loss. A little bit aggressive on that stop. Okay, so we've got bullish AMD here. And we have inversed this gap. Do we want to take this? Do we have bullish SMT? It's Tut London now as well. Yeah, I'm going to wait for a displacement. There is your displacement, but it's outside the macro. And it loses anyway, so thank God for the macro. 1045. Okay, this looks very bearish. This is probably what I should have waited for before, because we did have accumulation. But I make mistakes as well, even though that's not a mistake. But that's a very good learning point that I am going to write down. Volume imbalance without really pushing in is a lower probability. Maybe. That's what I've been seeing anyway. Took a loss literally last week. Okay. So certain signs of bearish order flow. We are respecting both order blocks and bearish gaps. Let's have a proper look at this. I see nothing that I want to take, to be honest. Okay. Still nothing. If it gives me another bullish gap, I will press buy here. Or I'm going to sell. See, we're delivering from here. We just hit this, or just under the CE. Yeah, we're going to try this. Use 20. Try and target these lows. If it enters us, I'll press the placeholder. Do we want this now? That's a very good question. So we've actually swept my targets without displacing past them. I have to delete that volume imbalance. I don't like it. We're not taking that. Let's see if that was the right decision. Even bullish. Still don't like either one. But one's got to work. So both, yeah. Pretty choppy. I'm glad I stayed out of that price action. So we're going to the PM session. So 13:45. Okay, we've got FOMC. So we're going to come to the FOMC macro here today. Now the FOMC macro is 14:45 till 15:15. Not always the best. Sometimes it's just moving. Let me get some context here. So this is an inversion. So we're in a bearish pressure point. 4-hour low here. 4-hour high is there. So we are bearish. What's the order flow looking like? Does it agree that we are bearish? That's what I'm always thinking. I'm not trading this either. But we were bearish. But it's too choppy for me. Let's go to the next day. The next day. Okay, this looks pretty clean. Pre-market. And then the market opens. It looks not the best. But we are in session. 4-hour. Okay, very, very strong movements towards the downside. We have swept the low. We are inside a bullish fair value gap, or trading past it currently, but we also have another bullish gap here. So we're bullish in that context. Now in terms of 8:30, where's 8:30? I'm gonna mark them both today. On days where it's a little bit choppy, these will really help you gauge if you want to buy or sell. So that's why I'm marking it today. It's open. Okay, so we do favor being bullish. We're beneath all of them. Where has price delivered from? So we took out this high. Where was the high inside? Was it inside a gap? That's what I'm always asking. Doesn't look like it. No, it doesn't look like it. So I'm not looking to sell. Okay, we broke past. So London getting swept. Nothing for me here. I need a displacement through a short-term high like that. And now to leave the gap. Okay. Okay, I can't take it either, because the next entry is on the new candle close. A lot of times I get caught up in manipulation with this. We're going to mark the high. I think we might still go bullish anyway, to be honest. But we're inside this bearish gap. We have inversed this as well. So imagine we deliver up to here. Hey, let's go back to the 1 minute. What's the order flow? So we're respecting bullish gaps. Okay. If this can open up higher, I'll take this position with like a 10-point stop. So, oh no, we take a loss here. Let's go and add that on. We take a loss. So it opened up higher with a volume imbalance. This one, I was not waiting for the pullback. So I'm not going to scam any of you. It's real results. So let's place an order. It's going to be a little bit difficult to place this, but okay. Stop loss, 40 TP. Market. Stop loss, take profit, or break even. Okay. So it would have not just, it did not get us. But the thing is, this candle would have opened up higher. So we're going to have to deduct 800 after. because my entry is more than likely going to be directly on this candle. So I would have got stopped out. I'm not lying to you guys. I want real transparency results. So yeah, we take the loss. But if it breaks above it, there we go. So we're going to minus 800 at the end. Too choppy now. Let's go to the next macro. I think we won 2, lost 2. Let's break this accumulation, please. Either being bullish. Do I want to engage with any of this price action? Not inside this. I might take a little buy. Is there any SMT for me? Yeah, I'm going to take a little buy. Worst case scenario, we take 2 losses. So we're going to use 20 points. If this enters us, we'll place it. Okay, now we've got a breakaway. Might move this up. Does that make sense to move it up? I think so. Moved up again. We'll move it up again. Okay, so we're in this time. So let's replay. Let's add that. Place order. Oh, 1 candle. So we want to place limits. Entry price here. I don't know about the stop loss. We're covering 1 and 2 gaps. I think that's all right. Entry price, stop loss. Go for 80 here. Take profit at 160. Take partials. 80. Break even. What's wrong with it? Risk amounts. The buy limit must be placed below price. It was below price. There you go. Break even. Stop loss. A buy limit can only be placed below price. Is it not below price? Delete it and do it again. Stop loss. 80. Take profit. Take partials. 80. That was very strange. Okay, we're gonna trail this. I did not want to lose a full position, so we'll manage the risk. Okay. TP1 hit. So I trailed behind this short-term low because we took the short-term high, right? In theory, we make high highs, high lows. Once price is aggressively moving your way, you don't want to let it come right back down. It doesn't make sense. You want to get out. And then we get a break even. Fine. Let's move on to the PM. Perhaps we can have better luck in the PM. Okay, this looks really, really clean. I love the PM session when it looks like this. And then I want to trade it from 13.45, 14.15, and it starts consolidating, but that's fine. So in terms of the 4 hour, we're inside a big bearish fair value gap. We've swept the high. We should be bearish. do remember we can trade in line with the 1 minute. So order flow. These highs. Where are these highs? Here? You got very strong bearish SMT. Maybe we do come back down. Okay, we're going to try this as a breaker, right? When we make high highs, high lows, we then make a lower low. It's a breaker. Use 10 points. I want my entry to be directly off the candle. So here. Using 10 points, I think that's close enough to the high now. Sell. Stop loss 40, take profit. Draw the take profit. It's doing something strange again. The number can't be less. I don't know what. It's not us. There we go. Or break even. 0.9. Take partials at 20. At 40. I'm not sure what this minus stuff is. It must be greater than 0. Let's just try that again. Copy price. Place order. We want to sell. The entry price. Stop loss. Must have not placed the entry. So we want to go for 80. Auto break even. 0.9. Take partials at 40. There we go. Got a nice breaker setup with SMT. Pretty high probability setup. So final target. We're going to go for this low. Let's try it. For him. So we're going to trail to this high. Okay. First target hit. We managed the risk. We're trailing, right? Perfect. 2 examples of what the market should not do. We should not re-break the short-term high after taking the short-term low. Really nice setup. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is mark the CE of this big bullish gap. Move this back here because we're risk-free now. And just see where's that in terms of 1.5. Oh, really nice position again. Fantastic. 2.23R. We're trading both reversals and continuations and a random point in history. Let's go to the next day. Now, if you guys have made it up until this part of the video, then just go follow the Telegram. I put all these trades that I take on a day-by-day basis in the Telegram, and we will be doing live streams soon once I get enough of you. So next, silver bullet. That session's not valid. So pre-markets move nice. AM's probably going to chop. Balance of probability. Okay, let's go to the 4 hour. We've got the 4 hour high. 4 hour low. Okay. We're delivering from what? So we've got a bullish, actually got a bullish gap here. But it's inside a big bearish gap. So in this scenario, to not confuse you guys, just go with the most recent sweep on the 4 hour high or low. So bullish, this is bearish. Okay, we swept the low, so we are actually favoring buying here. So can we add a little bit more context? Because where's the midnight? These, get rid of that. I know we're inside a bearish gap. We don't need it. So 8:30 opening price. So, yeah. 8:30. What about the midnight? This will just help when you're a little bit confused on the actual overall sentiment. So we've got midnight here. Okay. Are we consolidating? Yeah, I don't like this. So it's too choppy. If we zoom out, is it going up or down? We're going up and down constantly. Don't want it. Go to, let's keep pressing play. And that is what I'm avoiding every single time. I love the fact it's been demonstrated perfectly why I avoid and I follow my rule set. Okay, now we can engage, right? So we're displacing through a short-term high. We can engage. The potential draw is going to be here for buy side. Right, we've got a high inside a gap. Let's change this to yellow. 4 hour low here. So the bias was correct though. Even though it's choppy, we were still bullish. Right now, respecting gas, respecting OBs. We draw it like this. We see react after 50. Okay. Okay. Any volume imbalances? I might just jump in. No, I'm buying at the top here. A lot of you will find that a little bit crazy, but I think it makes sense. So if it comes back here, like always, we're going to place the position. Of course, we'd be risk-free at 0.9. Okay, so we're in. Let's go back, place that order. Buying the top. You should buy high and sell low. Right? Everyone says buy low, sell high. I do both. I do what I think makes sense to me, not what anyone else says to do. Okay, 10:45. Stop loss 10 points. Is that aggressive? I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Let's place it. Stop loss. No, that's what messes it up. Place this first. Entry price first. Stop loss seconds. Take profit. We're going for a 1.15. Partials at, no partials, but we make it risk free at 0.9. Okay, it's free. There you go. We bought high and it keeps continuing higher. That's what I want to remind you guys as well. Do not ever be scared to take a position at the high. I know that's not the advice you normally hear, but it still can work, right? It's going up or down. It's NQ. It's NQ. Get used to the volatility. And you know what? I think that's actually going to finish here, to be honest. So we're up 4,500. Let's see. We've got 12 minutes. Let's see if we can find some other stuff. Next session. Nothing here for us. Let's press play. Far too fast, but very strong move towards the downsides. Swept the high. Also got the low intact. Bullish fair value gap here. Okay, we have also taken the all-time high. It's very important to take into consideration. Okay. Sweat the 4-hour high. We technically should be looking to sell. Seen any sell for me though yet. Hey, double bottom, double top. Let's wait for this to break. Still not convinced. Let's wait for it to break. Or give me a breaker. No. Still rejecting the lows here. I want real displacement. Get away from me, this consolidation NQ. It thinks I don't know when it's consolidating. I know when NQ is consolidating. There's nothing in both these sessions. If there's anything in the PM, we'll take it, and that's going to be it. But it doesn't look like there's going to be. We are still consolidating. So that is it. Let's go to the analytics. Let's see what we had in terms of accuracy. So we netted $4,580 minus 800. Okay, I should have had one extra loss on there. So 7 trades, and in terms of losses, 215 winners. That's not a bad win rate. So 80% accuracy. You can see the actual gain here was 45%. Obviously, we're not. This is on a 10K account. I just use it as in I'm in 150K. So good results. If you guys found value in this, I'm going to keep posting. Make sure you stay subscribed to this channel. We are taking over 2025. Appreciate all the support. Thank you guys for watching.